when I found God and I found semen retention, man, and I took both of those journeys very serious, man. Like I started to notice that people like gravitated towards people like actually like to have me around. People like wanted to befriend me. You know what I'm saying? People wanted to like rotate with me, bro. People didn't mind my company. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, family. How's everybody feeling, man, on this beautiful Friday, man? I don't know what city y'all in that be watching my content, man, but here where I'm from, man, we ain't used to this type of weather in early March like this. So, I had to step outside today, do something a little different, make a video outside instead of inside for a change. So, man, I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. All that good stuff. So, today's video, fellas, is going to be about how semen retention will make people gravitate towards you, man. Man, let me tell you guys something. I've been on semen retention so many different times in my life, and I'm gonna take y'all back to my last streak before I relapsed, right? My fourth streak of semen retention, man. I remember I was working. Remember, y'all told y'all when I used to make them videos with my work vest on all the time. I used to make videos like before I went to work a lot of them days because I had to work in the morning and I had to work in the afternoon. So a lot of times when I worked in the morning, I would come home, still have my work stuff on before I went back a couple hours later, and I'd do my videos and everything. So I remember working at that steel mill when I was cleaning up, man. I was working there with my stepdad. Like my stepdad helped me get that job. And I remember one day me and him was talking, and I had only been working at that job for maybe like 2 weeks at the time. Imagine I was on semi retention still, right? So I remember one day we was talking, and he was like, "Man, I don't know what you did to them up there at that job, man, but everybody love you up there at that job. They just said out of all the people that I done ever sent to like work for like help me clean up at that place, man, they don't be liking them people, man. They be saying, I can't believe this guy got a job, or I can't believe that person got a job. They do anything they can in their power to get them fired, but when I started working there, everybody was cool with me. Like everybody loved having me around. You know what I'm saying? But y'all want to know what that was? That was because people was picking up on my energy, man. Godly man, righteous man. I'm praying every day. I'm in my Bible every day. I'm eating right. I'm doing a little bit of exercising, and I'm on semen retention, man. You know what I'm saying? Like them people at that job love me, man. I remember my stepdad telling me that so many times, like, man, they love you up there at that job, man. Whatever you doing, keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? And like I just used to remember, like, it seemed like people used to like break their neck to come talk to me. Like when they saw my face coming through them doors every day, it's like it was a race to see who was gonna like greet me first. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it ain't even just with the women. Like, it was even some of the guys was going out their way to come speak to me too, man. Like, they'll come have a whole 10, 15-minute conversation with me, man. They'll stop whatever they doing. As soon as they see me, like, rolling my trash can around as I was emptying the garbage cans, it's like, man, they'll get up from doing whatever they was doing, come over there and talk to me for like 10, 15 minutes, man. Hey, Sean, check it out, man. Like, come to my office real quick, man, and we'll be in there talking about basketball and football and just anything, man. Females, like, we'll just have a whole conversation, man. And I just started to notice, like, other guys, man. In my whole life, I always felt like other guys was jealous of me, man. Like, not to toot my own horn, but I always been the type of guy that I dress nice. I wear expensive cologne. I always smell good. I always got a clean pair of shoes on my feet. And it's like, for the most part, women always naturally, like, drifted towards me versus a lot of other guys. And, like, I used to get, like, a lot of hate and jealousy over that. And I remember, like, working at that job, man, I remember, man, the guys just used to love me, bro. Like, they just embraced me. It wasn't no jealous. It wasn't no hating. It wasn't none of that. Like, it was a couple haters up in there. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna make it seem like everybody, you know what I'm saying, was messing with me at everything. But, like, it was probably, like, 2 or 3 people out of, like, 50 that didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? But, like, everybody else was cool. You know what I'm saying? The females was cool. The females loved having me around. All the cougar women up in there used to be flirting with me, inviting me to their place. It was another lady that was up in there, man. She was an older woman. And, man, this lady used to talk to me every day. Like, we were sitting high, like, whole 15, 20-minute conversations every single day, man. She was so cool, so nice, man. And it was just like everybody just gravitated towards me. And just a quick backstory about me, fellas. Like, I remember, man, before I was on semen retention and before I found God, like this is like several years ago, probably back in like 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, like back in them days, like from 20, like 13, because I think I started working in 2013, like when I was like 19, and then I just been like working ever since then. Like so from like 2013 all the way up until like 2018, 2019, it's like people really didn't like me, man. Like I go to jobs and everything, and like most of the people that I work with just didn't like me, bro. Like they just didn't like having me around. People used to get me fired from my job. People used to tell on me, like any little thing I did, like people would just use that to try to get me fired because they just didn't like me, bro. And maybe it was like some stuff that I was doing. Maybe it was some people was hating on me, but like I just had like low energy back then, low vibrational. I was always angry. I'd come to work angry, taking my anger out on people at the job, and I'm going through personal stuff at home or personal stuff with my girl I'm dealing with at the time, and like people really didn't like having me around, man. Like I was just low vibrational, had bad energy, and it used to like rub off on people, and I could tell like it rubbed people the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm used to going to jobs and people not liking me. I'm used to going to jobs and people ignoring me and don't talk to me, or, you know, whispering, hey, there go that angry boy right there. You know what I'm saying? That boy that always come to work angry and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? People ain't really like having me around back in them days, man. But then, like, fast forward some years later, man, when I found God and I found semen retention, man, and I took both of those journeys very serious, man, like, I started to notice that people, like, gravitated to it, and people like actually like to have me around. People like wanted to befriend me, you know what I'm saying? People wanted to like rotate with me, bro. People didn't mind my company, you know what I'm saying? And like I'm gonna even give y'all another example too, and I know y'all people who keep up on my content, y'all, oh man, he bringing up his ex again. He can't go one video without bringing up the famous Marie. Yeah, man, it is what it is. She played a huge part of my life, man. So I remember when me and Marie broke up, like the first time when we was living in the suburbs, right? In Chicago, we was living in the burbs, and I remember I was working literally like walking distance from our house, from our apartment. I used to get up and walk to work every day, and I remember like I was working at the famous soap factory that I talk about in other videos. That was down the street from me and Marie's apartment. So I used to walk to work every day, and like I remember around that time when like Marie first went to Texas that first time, when she packed up and took her daughter and they moved to Texas, before I went down there, I was working at the soap factory, man. And like I remember, man, people at that job really didn't like me, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I was a temp, I would have got fired from that job a long time ago, but like it was a point system, so like people couldn't just move me around and fire me and all that, like because I had some type of leniency, like they had to go by a point system. So if I wasn't doing nothing to get pointed or doing nothing crazy like harassing nobody, they really couldn't fire me. So you know, people used to make a lot of complaints about me, but they really couldn't do nothing. They couldn't fire me for real. So like, but if I was a temp, I know I wouldn't have lasted no more than like a month at that job. Because my attitude was jacked up. I was always drinking, always drunk. I was always angry because I'm coming to work mad about stuff me and Marie got going on at the apartment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just real angry. I was an angry young man. And, like, I remember, like, around that time when Marie packed up. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Around that time when Marie packed up and her daughter moved to Texas, man, I remember I stopped going to work because something personal had happened to me in my life. And yeah, Marie left, but it was something else that I'm not even going to talk about right now in this video. But something personal happened to me in my life, and I just stopped going to work, man. I was on like a leave of absence. You know what I'm saying? But really, what it really was, man, because I could have been went back to work, but after Marie had left me, man, I was so depressed and so down in the dumps, man. That's when I ended up getting back on semen retention, and then that's when I ended up finding God, man. And like I remember, I think I stopped going to work like the first week of April in 2023. And then I remember I didn't go back to like the last week of May. So I was gone from where I was gone for a minute, man. I was on a leave of absence. So they didn't fire me. I was just on a leave of absence. And then you got to remember, when I had went back to work, I had been on semen retention and been on my righteous journey, my godly journey, my spiritual journey for about a month. So I was going like back to that job with a fresh, brand new attitude, sober. You know, I was just feeling better, man. I looked better. And then them same people that did not like me when I was working at that job before Marie left, when I was living down the street, because by this time I was living somewhere else. And, you know, I had to drive to work every day by this time. But you know what I'm saying? When I was just walking to work every day, man, I was angry. I was drunk all the time at a low vibration. People didn't like to have me around. Everybody used to be like, man, when they going to fire him, man? But you want to know what's so crazy? When I went back to that job and I had God in my life and I was on semen retention, I was on both of them journeys for like a month at that time, man. And like I remember everybody that used to didn't like me and everything and talk the most trash about me, them the same people who love, hey, how you doing, man? Them the same people who loved having me around, man. They were like, man, y'all notice something different about Sean? And they used to say that to me. They used to always make that comment to me, man. It was men and women. They used to be like, man, it's something different about you. But I ain't want to tell nobody like, oh, it's because I'm on semen retention or because I found God, because it wasn't none of their business. But everybody knew it was something different about me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, man, Sean, it's something about, like, bro, it got to the point where I was so different at my job. Man, my supervisor at the time, her name was Linda, man. Hispanic lady. I remember she started, anytime we had new temps come in, she trusted me enough to train them temps, man. That's how much like I had changed at my job, and everybody noticed. Like, Linda trusted me to start training people. But rewind like 3 months before then, man, I would have been the last person Linda would have asked to do anything up in there, boy. It's like they used to be scared to talk to me. Like I was like a ticking bomb, bro. Like at any moment I was just going to explode on whoever about anything. But when I came back to that job and I was sober and I had God in my life, man, them same people that didn't used to like me back then, the same people that was just gravitated towards me, that just wanted to be around me and be up under me every single day, man, had nothing but great things to say about me. And everybody noticed there was a change in me, man. They just didn't know what it was, but they noticed something changed about me. And now everybody wanted to be around me. You know what I'm saying? So, fellas, I'm saying all that to say, man, when you on semen retention, and especially when you got God in your life and you living a righteous life, man, people are going to notice that. They're going to notice it's a difference in you, man. Especially if you somebody who done went most of your life without God and went most of your life being on drugs or being an alcoholic, man, and then you turn over a new leaf in life and now you sober, now you closer to God. People going to notice it's something different about you, man. They just ain't going to be able to quite put their finger on it, but they going to notice a change in you, man. And that's my story right there, man. People notice the change in me, man. So I hope y'all learned something from this video, man. I hope I inspired y'all, man, to turn your life around for the better, man. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you guys feel about the video, and let me know if you can relate to this video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel if it ain't too much to ask, man. I love y'all, man. Thanks again for tapping in with your brother, man. Shaquille Shalom. I'm finna enjoy this weather, man, until my daughter come over here, man. She getting dropped off by her beautiful mother in a couple hours, so I'm finna enjoy this weather. Probably take my daughter to the park later, you know, do my daddy duties for the weekend. You know how it is. Man, I love you guys, man. Take care. Shalom, family.